need a way to capture all the greenhouse gases. There is an estimation that only 10% of carbon dioxide is being absorbed by plants. Only 10% that we emit every year. This rest 90% is remained in the Earth atmosphere.
Okay.
And this, I want to read out this point. There is just not enough room on this planet to have the fair land to take feeds that world plus the space to plant necessary numbers of trees. What this says is, if we're going to plant all over the world also, completely all over the 30% of land, we can't we can't absorb all the emissions that we make.
Oh.
That is the thing.
So we need the ocean for that.
Yeah, we definitely need.
Yeah, we need the ocean for that. Yeah, absolutely, we need. That's what I'm going to say. So, ocean produces like 50 to 85% of oxygen.
Right.
Because of the phytoplankton, the algae over there. This is the algae. They live in corals, jellyfish, above the snail. They live everywhere. They just need a place to survive. That's it. But corals grow very slow. You know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. You told us 0.3 to 2 centimeters per
corals,
year.
Yeah, corals are very slow. We just have like 1% of corals covered all around the globe. Just 1% of. Remaining 99 is other resources. Just 1% is coral reef.
Okay.
So we need to increase the corals. But corals grow very slow. So we need a way to make corals grow very fast.
Yes.
So that's what Bio-Rock technology does.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, now we'll go to the conservational part, the Bio-Rock technology.
So this is something that you did in Gujarat, right? You've already executed this project.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. So it's
Gujarat
first-hand
and
experience.
Andaman.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, this is the technology. What happens is this makes corals grow like 2 to 6 times faster. I mean, just imagine, Acroporeia already they grow 15 centimeter per year naturally.
Okay.
Now we are increasing 2 to 6 times. So approximately 25 to 35 centimeter per year.
Nice. Okay.
This is fast. It's been like 23 years they invented this technology.
Okay.
But still they have never found a single fault of this technology. There is no disadvantage as per my knowledge.
Okay. So how does it work? Do you make any shape, or is there a particular shape that you make out of the?
I'll explain.
Okay.
I'm gonna explain. So these are the two scientists who invented that. The one at the right side is Dr. Thomas J. Curio. He's my guide. He came to India January. We made this project in Gujarat. The one at the left side, he's an architect. He wanted to, use marine resources to make concrete.
Okay.
So he actually invented a method, and the Thomas Curio he introduced this with coral reefs, and these both guys did a absolute great work. This is a sketch for biotechnology. This is not just a so the electricity we give it. We have to give a small amount of electricity. That is the main thing. So
A small voltage
is just about the structure. Actually, a small voltage we are going to give to the. We are giving to the structure. So what happened? It triggers the corals to grow fast. It produces chemical. Wait, I'll show you. This chemical, this electrolysis process produces calcium carbonate naturally.
Okay.
By using minerals in water. So corals use their food to produce calcium carbonate, right?
Yeah.
So now we are using this artificial method to produce calcium carbonate. So corals concentrate. They use their power to grow. So now they have base of calcium carbonate. Now use their power to grow. That is the thing. That is the important thing of the structure.
So that's like a solar panel on top that works on the. So that's what gives a buoy or something is floating on top of the ocean floor.
No, we can do it in any method. Solar panel is the place like where we can't reach the cable. we can use solar panel and a buoy over there. So if we can do it in the shore, like places in Gulf of Mannar, Andamans, Lakshadweep, we can do it from the shore. We can do shore connection because corals are just like 10 meters from the ocean.
Okay,
so we can just do it with shore connection.
Okay.
Yeah, they are very cheap.
Okay, so where they're closer to the shore, I mean, when they're further away from the shore, you use a technology that's just floating on top, maybe a solar panel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where you can't run a wire. Okay.
This is the project I did it in Gujarat. It's a 5-meter tunnel-like structure. 5-meter tunnel-like structure. We made it. This is the team. Actually, I did this with Zoological Survey of India.
Okay.
Under Ministry of Climate Change, Environmental Climate Change.
Okay. Nice. Where is this again? Is this Gujarat? Oh, this is Gujarat. Okay.
Gujarat, Gulf of Kutch.
Gulf of Kutch, yeah.
Gulf of Kutch. You know Dwarka?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a question. What did you have to consider to make sure that that location was proper to do this? Like, were there already corals there? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. Gulf of Kutch is one. There are 5 major reefs in India.
Okay.
People usually say 4 major reefs, but I consider 5. You can say Gulf of Kutch, Gulf of Mannar. Gulf of Mannar, you know, it's in Tamil Nadu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Park Bay in Tamil Nadu. Andaman and Nicobar Islands.
Yeah.
And Lakshadweep Islands.
And Lakshadweep. Okay.
Lakshadweep. These are the 5 major reefs.
Okay.
So there are more corals. Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep, they are considered to be very good.
Okay.
Because the corals are like very healthy.
Okay.
They are not in. I will not say they are not in danger, but they are healthy.
Okay.
Okay.
Then next, Gulf of Mannar and Park Bay are good corals. They are okay. They're okay kind of corals.
Okay.
They're good, but Gulf of Kutch is one of the place where I work. Gulf of Kutch, Gujarat, is the worst form of corals.
Okay. You know, they've been affected a lot. You mean?
They're poor. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now with this BioRock,
we make a.
Sorry.
No, passing.
With this BioRock technique that you are doing, that you did in Gujarat, are you seeing positive results already?
Yeah, absolutely. In 2 months, we saw absolute superb results. You know, with 2 months, a big school of batfish, and there are different kind of lobsters started coming over there. There were no lobsters over there. Wow. I don't know where those lobsters came from there.
Nice. That's awesome. Nice.
Just in 2 months, guys. Like not even 6 months. Like
that's amazing.
March, they show me the picture. Yeah.
Wait. So did you on the?
See, this is the way we construct the things.
No. Okay, go ahead. I'll ask you the question later. That's okay. No problem.
Okay. Well, I'll complete the slides totally, so we
can
discuss all about it.
Yeah.
Okay. This we can make. It is just a metal structure. You know, we can make it with rebars, the construction rebars. But any metal structure, we can use it with any metal structure, which is literally electricity conducting metal. That's all. We can use it. We have to just attach corals over it. So this is the process actually. When we pass electricity, what happens? There is electrolysis process. We call this metal structure as cathode, and there is an anode we made with another metal. So this electrolysis process happens.
Understood.
They all around the cathode.
Okay.
So this is a little bit of understanding we need to know. It's a little bit deeper. We'll just
no.
Next, what we'll do is we'll construct it. We'll give electricity. Then we'll attach small pieces of coral. You know, recently broken pieces from the ocean, the broken by the anchor and all the things. We collect all those pieces. We'll attach it with the structure.
How do you attach it?
Now we can attach it with nylon.
Oh, you just tie it around it.
Zip tags, you know, right? Yeah, you can use zip tags. But what I did is we used metal wires, small thin metal wires. So it gives more power to them.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
So you can see what happens when we tie corals to them. They grow literally faster. That is the main thing. You can see like they have just tied a small pieces over there. They have like grown like very big they grow very fast.
Wow.
And they eventually attach themselves to the metal structure, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because metal structure, corals need a proper environment to attach themselves to any part. They can attach only in concrete or on any kind of rocks and everything. So this metal structure gives them. They are made of calcium carbonate.
Yeah.
So they attach themselves also.
Okay.
So because of this, there is a big fish production over there. Because of this, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
hear you.
Yeah, there is a big production of fish over there. There's a big habitat over there. You can see the picture at the right side corner. There is a tunnel structure with so many pictures.
Wow.
So many fishes.
Wow.
See, this is like I think 5 to 6 years old reef. You can see how the corals have grown like massively and spread all around the tunnel.
Amazing.
No, this technology like
Oh
they
wow!
make
Look at
corals
this.
grow very fast.
Is this in Gujarat?
Yeah, it is.
No. This is no. This is not in Gujarat. This is in Indonesia.
Oh, okay.
So you're saying that
But it's
this
the same
grew
technology.
over a period of 5 years?
No, 6 to 7 years.
Okay, whatever, but still. Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah. If you wanted to make it naturally, it takes literally 100 years.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, they made it within 5 to 7 years. So that is a big, victory, I guess. What happens? They make this. They produce shore also. I'll tell you. This is the BioRock project. What happens? I was saying about the shore production, right? Corals produce the shore.
Yeah.
Left side, can you see my cursor?
No, your cursor doesn't move on the screen.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay, the left side picture in 2014, you can see how the beach has been eroded.
Yeah.
See, at the right side picture, we have my guide, Thomas Gorio. He have installed so many BioRock structure along the coast, so you can see the beaches has been grown back.
Right. Yeah. Oh, so along that entire dent on the left, he has BioRock installations there, which made the beach come back.
Yeah, you can see the small dots in right.
Yeah. So those are BioRocks. Oh, nice.
Yeah, those are BioRocks. Still now, 8 beaches has been restored. This is like in short period of time. You can see like 2014 to 17. Right. It's very short period of. We have restored naturally. We have grown corals. We have brought fishes. We have restored the beach. It's everything. BioRock gives like protection to the shore. We produce corals and everything. It comes with a single project. That is the most advantage of this project.
Nice.
Okay, like this is happening in India and all of the things. What our government does is they build walls across the beach. You have been to Pondicherry?
Yeah,
you can see the rock beach. Rock beach.
Yes.
There are rocks over there. On the left side, you can see rocks over there. In the picture, in the screen, you can see rocks, right? Black color part is rocks.
Yeah.
What happens because of this is our government built this because to protect the shore, because they don't need to, there are buildings over there, so they want to protect the buildings and everything. So they have laid this rocks over there.
Yeah.
What happened? What causes this is there is drift of erosion. You can see the right side part. How there is erosion. This is called drift of erosion. What happens is at the part where they light the rocks, there will be no erosion. But the next place, which is
it forms a cove inside.
Massive erosion.
Yeah.
There will be drift, and the force will be very more than the BioRock structure. Can you understand?
Oh yeah, no, I got it. Yes. And also because the BioRock is submerged, right? So I'm guessing
it's submerged. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, there are BioRocks which is above the. Okay. BioRock methods helps in coral restoration and protection against global warming. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
See, this is a 4 years old reef in Permuthran, Bali. Can you see the picture?
Oh
yes.
my goodness.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
In 4 years.
Just 4 years. Just 4 years. You can see
Is
like
there
at
any
the
point
bottom
of
you
time
can
where
see.
you take out the electricity supply, or is it gonna be constantly there?
Yeah, if you're going to keep on passing the electricity, you're going to increase the size by double and double. If you're going to stop it, then what happens is corals they go to their natural growth.
Natural
Okay,
state of growth.
they
Okay.
grow
You can
slowly.
understand me,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Grow.
Yeah.
They grow slowly, but they have resistance of climate change. This biorock structure, those corals have resistance to climate change.
Right. So once they've grown a
You know,
particular amount, and then they can, they have
Sustain
resilience.
themselves.
Yeah.
yeah, as per my knowledge, we can keep on sending them electricity. It's not even like I guess I don't know the perfect value. I forgot that. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
We have to keep on sending the electricity, so it will be easy for us. When corals grow very fast, they'll be resistant to climate change, sedimentation, and everything. And all things. They have power to push out the mud inside the mouth. No, they need power, right?
Right. Yeah.
They need some energy. So now they have good energy because of this electrolysis process and all of the biorock structure. They have energy to. This is a 4 years old reef in Permuthran, Bali. This is made by Dr. Thomas J. Gorio.
Oh, okay.
And this is another. This is a 7 years old reef.
Oh wow.
Where?
You can see all form of corals over there. You know,
Amazing.
Hard corals at the tip, hard corals at the tip and at the bottom. The soft corals at the
corals
top.
here. These are soft
Can
corals.
you tell us what the difference between soft and hard corals are?
Yeah, hard corals are basically reforming corals.
Okay.
They form a reef. They make calcium carbonate. They make a structure over there, and they live. They are very strong.
Okay.
Soft corals, they also produce calcium carbonate, but they can move. They are called as drifting corals also.
Okay.
You have seen soft corals in Chennai also. You can see so many soft corals in Chennai. Those kind of those are known as fan corals.
Yeah,
See, we can construct in any shape. That is the advantage of biorock.
Okay. Wow.
That's like a statue. Oh wow.
Oh, that's a
statue. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a statue. They made metal structure at the bottom. They placed a statue. This is in Indonesia.
Nice.
You can see they have attached corals. You can see how many fishes going around.
It looks like a flowers around a goddess or something.
Yeah, I think it is meant to be that. There's this underwater thing in Bali where there are a bunch of people standing around. Is that the same thing as this? As in, is that also reef or is that stone?
You know what we're talking about, Guru? There's an artificial reef.
People used to. It made by Thomas Gorio only. My guide only.
Yeah, it's a very famous scuba diving spot in Bali.
Yeah. They worship their god and they sunk that inside the ocean. It's actually their god, I guess.
Okay.
This is.
Wow, it's beautiful though.
See, you can see the left side.
Oh my god.
It's just there are in 2000. This is a 2000. There are no corals over there. 1% of living corals were there, and my guide Dr. Tom, he have made a biorock over there. 2007, you can see how corals has been going.
That's brilliant.
Oh my god.
99% of corals are now alive.
Okay. Does this take a lot of electricity? I mean, I know you told us that you don't know the exact value, but is it a large amount of electricity?
No, not. It's just 12 volt, 12 to 24 volt.
Oh.
Which is safer for all the animals. We will not even
so it doesn't
feel
zap any animal.
voltage.
Okay.
Yeah. It's very low. It's under 24, so you'll not even.
Is there a sustainable way for you to transmit the electricity?
I mean, that depends.
Yeah, if you're going to.
On what?
See, we are creating corals, so I guess that is sustainable. We are making corals grow faster,
right?
And there is a big ecosystem creating underwater.
Yeah. And also, if
So
the
I think
place
this will
is
be
sunny, I
sustained.
guess you can have a
Solar panel.
solar panel. You
Yeah.
could come up with, if it's windy, you can have a winter
Something,
bike.
yeah.
Something. I mean, you can always make it sustainable if you do enough research.
You can see the metal part at the middle, right? This is the
Oh.
calcium carbonate which is formed by the electrolysis process all on the metal bar.
Oh, right. Okay.
You can see how big the structure is.
Oh, this is
Wow. Crazy.
Yeah.
At the left side, see at the left side corner, you can see oysters. You can see, right?
Yeah.
Oysters
Yes.
even oysters get attached to this metal structure. That is the advantage.
Oh,
Everything's get attached.
very nice.
So this is an interesting thing.
Do the oysters get
If you
attached to
want
the
to
metal
damage a natural
structure,
coral,
or do they get attached to the calcium carbonate?
the calcium carbonate.
Okay.
Because already there is a calcium carbonate growth over there. Oysters come attached and they reproduce
Right.
and they spread all around the structure.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is in Bali. This is a biorock over there. This is 11 years old biorock. You can, because of a boat anchor damaged at the corner. You can see there.
Yeah. I can see. Yes.
Yeah. This is the next year. So you can see. You can't even see the damage. It
Yeah.
has again. Can you see?
Yes.
It healed itself. Because of electricity, it healed itself. Coral is healing itself within 1 year. So this is in natural corals. If you're going to break the corals, what happens is corals they just fall down, and if the place is good, it will grow. If not, it will die.
If not,
so
it will
in this case, if you're going to damage the corals, if you're going to damage the reef, so they're going to regrow. They're going to heal itself.
Nice. So this structure also makes the coral a lot more resilient.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Will it make it resilient even to warming ocean temperatures?
Yeah, absolutely. That is the advantage. They get resistance to global climate change.
Okay.
The other corals in Indonesia because of climate change, but the coral which is attached to biorock, they survive. That is the plus point of this technology. Okay. Can you see this picture?
Which one? The one on the
left side
left?
part, you can see the left side part.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can see how the beach has been eroded.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go to. Sorry, I think I have collapsed the pictures. It's somewhere else. I'll show you. See, we can use this technology to grow seagrass also faster. We can even restore seagrass.
Oh, right. So do you have to take a bunch of seagrass and tie it to it, or how do you?
No. This we have to plant seagrass actually. We have to make a mesh kind of metal structure. We have to plant the seagrass at the caps. So you get electricity and they grow faster.
Yeah. Okay.
And the salt moss restoration, we can use the same technology for that.
Okay.
How does it work for salt marshes?
No, I have not studied completely, but there are
studies.
Because I'm studying with corals, so I have not studied about salt moss. And same way we can restore oyster reefs, we can make the metal structure and we can make oysters grow over them.
Okay.
So if you put the metal underwater, how long will it take for it to corrode or get damaged? Will it even get damaged?
Water.
No, how it will get eroded? I mean corroded. There is a layer, calcium carbonate layer over it.
Oh, the calcium carbonate protects it from corrosion.
Yeah, it protects it. Yeah, absolutely. Even after 15 years, if you break the calcium carbonate, see it inside, the metal will be fresh. They'll be
Okay. But like you said, in that place of the shipwreck, where the ship hit the metal structure, right?
Yeah.
It exposes
a part
of the metal.
You can see how still there is not even a rust over there.
Right.
The metal part.
Okay. So
it's 11 years old. See.
Okay.
But eventually, if the calcium carbonate breaks off,
then obviously, but it's protected
instances
by
like this.
Yeah.
even if the calcium carbonate breaks out, the metal will not rust because we are passing electricity due to electrolysis process.
Oh, right.
There is a continuous chemical change over there, so it's gonna make calcium carbonate settle as soon as possible.
Correct. Okay.
So it will not rust at all. Until we give electricity alone.
Okay.
It's gonna start rusting. So this is just normal sea level. I mean sea erosion growth. Like.
Okay.
Let's skip this. This is 45% of Indian coastline facing erosion. This is a prediction.
45% of India's coastline facing erosion. Okay.
Oh my God! Look at this.
Okay. Are you in Maldives slide?
Yes. We are the before and after slide.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The left side, see they have laid like sandbags and cement bags to protect the land.
Yeah.
Okay. You can see how there is erosion over there.
Yeah. Land it's erosion. Really bad. Yeah.
You can see over there. Okay. So the side they built artificial reefs. I mean the biorock structure. Within 2 to 3 years, 15 meters wide new beaches have been regrown. 15 meters.
Whoa.
Within
2 to 3 years. That seems unreal.
Yeah.
15 meters.
No.
Wow, that's insane.
Crazy.
Yeah. Because we are placing this kind of protection underwater. If you're going to place it above water, there's going to be a negative drift erosion. But we are placing it underwater.
Yeah.
So that is the thing.
Okay.
So you can see a small line. Can you see a small line near the shore? Black line underwater. That's biorock.
Oh, right. Yeah, I can see it. Yes.
They have built it very close. Dark line.
Yeah.
Biorock. We have grown. Yeah.
And this has resulted in 15 meters of beach coming back.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
That's a lot. That's crazy.
So we all know already commercial fishing took so many fishes out from the ocean.
Yeah.
So there are not even fishes over there. Like almost 90% of tuna fishes is already gone.
Oh my God.
And I have included these slides because if you are bringing this technology to India, we'll have a solution for Tamil Nadu and Tamil Nadu and Sri Lanka is fighting for fishes boundary, I guess, right? People, Tamil Nadu fishermen go to Sri Lanka for fishing.
Okay.
You know that problem, right?
No, could you please explain it to us?
Okay, like Tamil Nadu fishermen, they cross the boundaries to fish in Sri Lanka.
Okay.
That's offense, right? It's an international regulation offense. It's actually. So what happens? There is so many conflicts going over there. Because Sri Lanka has reefs, good reefs over there. So there are a lot many fishes over there.
Yeah, of course.
So people go there and they get into trouble. So if you are introducing this technology in Gulf of Mannar and Tamil Nadu range, so we are going to produce more fishes in Tamil Nadu itself.
Yeah.
So our fishermen will get their fishes just next to their home.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. So we can reduce the unemployment also while introducing this to India. I mean, doing it in a mass scale. We can give so many people's job.
For sure.
Okay, by saving the coastal area, we can increase the country's economic and also
natural resources.
We know that.
Of course.
Yeah.
So what can
the agreement I made with?
Okay.
You're about to say something.
Yes. What can normal people who even live inland, what can they do to help?
Actually, the problem in India is water. I mean, coral reefs are endangered species. It comes from Wildlife Act. So if you want to test the corals, we need permission from government.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is the main thing. And they're not going to give permission for a normal man or
of course.
researcher. Yeah.
No. her question was basically, this is a huge part of it who, the specialists or people who are divers will be doing. But as normal people, as people who are not directly involved with stuff like this.
Yeah, actually, that's what I was about to say. Like in India, we have regulations to protect coral, so we can't do this. But in Indonesia, like kids of 10 years old, 14 years old, they do this bio.
Oh, okay. Whoa.
Because this is a very simple method.
Yeah, but since
it's not endangered there, right? It's not under endangered species list. So
and since this is still being introduced in India, a lot of people don't know about it. But what little can they do to, not increase greenhouse gas emissions?
I mean, I guess that's any sustainable.
Whatever it is, like what can they do?
What? Like go green. That's what I will say.
Yeah, exactly. That's
reduce
literally
pollution. Yeah, that's basic actually. Everyone has to do their role in sustainable way.
Yeah,
that is the main thing. Or they can spread knowledge, make some awareness camp, everything.
Yeah. Awareness is actually a really important thing because people grow their interest based on things like this. They listen to it and then they know things about it and then they do their own research. So awareness is a very important part of it as well.
Absolutely. And this is the agreement I made with Global Coral Reef Alliance. I wanted to do this project in Tamil Nadu in big scale. I reached with Tamil Nadu government, but they holded this for 2 years. Tamil Nadu. So I linked with Zoological Survey of India, Gujarat. I did this project in Gujarat. But still I have the contact with them. If Tamil Nadu government is ready, I'll be doing it. But
we'd be very happy to help you
years of time.
With anything that you need.
Yeah, like I got support from all the universities in Tamil Nadu, like Marine Science. They gave approval to do this project. Brilliant. And I got report from lab from China and everything. I did it.
Very nice.
But still, I don't have fun to do this project. That's the only reason.
Okay.
These are the 7 points I think if we can solve if we are doing BioRock in Tamil Nadu. Fishes restoration. Tamil Nadu fish.
Oh, 1 second. Is someone trying to say something?
Yeah.
Hi. Yes. Tell.
Yeah.
Can you go to the previous slide, the last slide, Annamalai University? What is that?
Yeah. That is a reference letter from Annamalai University. Kind of research, marine science works.
Okay. Yes, my camp is actually, I have a camp near this place, which is like 10-15 kilometers away from this university. So at the end of this, I ask few questions. You can answer.
Okay.
So you can continue.
Sure. Okay, I think by using of this method in Tamil Nadu, we can solve the 7 problems. There are so many things indirectly, but directly we can solve the 7 problems.
Okay.
So we can grow more fishes. That is the first point.
Yeah, for
if there is an artificial reef of BioRock, they attract so many fish ecosystem over there. We are growing fishes. So our fishermen can, the problem between Tamil Nadu and Sri Lanka.
Be benefited by this. Yeah.
Fishermen in Indonesia now they are making millions of dollars because the fishes are just near to them. They'll just go fish them. They can sell it. They are exporting it also. That is an advantage.
Yeah.
And the second part is coral restoration. We are restoring corals also, and protection against global warming. And third one is shore protection. We're protecting the shore and beaches from erosion. Fourth one is adaptation to the sea level rise. We are stopping the sea level rise also because we are making boundaries. And fifth one is sustainable aquaculture.
Aquaculture.
You know aquaculture. They're doing it in land also.
Yeah.
They're doing it in land also. But when ocean, all the fishes, all the marine organisms, not just a single. If you're doing it in the land, they're particularly focused on single species of fish. They grow it in a massive scale. But if the ocean itself, so there will be a big ecosystem formed over there, and all the fishes, lobsters, clams, slugs, everything will be there. Yeah, that's the advantage. And we are, by doing this project, we are saving 535 million old species, coral reefs. That's what. Yeah. And environmental
sustainability, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is the 7 main points of the project.
Okay.
And this is the second project they have installed. I didn't go for this project because I got my university exams. So this is second project. Also, they are still they have
in the same area.
Reefs in India, Biorock reefs. Yeah, in the same area in Gujarat.
Okay. Yeah,
there are 3 reefs in India, 2 in Gujarat, 1 in Andaman. In Andaman, Reef Watch India. I guess you have heard about them. Their organization, Reef Watch Marine Conservation.
Yeah.
They are doing it. And in Gujarat, government is doing it. This is the second structure I've designed for Gujarat. This is India's biggest structure. It's in 5-meter radius and 2-meter height.
Very nice.
That's huge.
Yeah, and soon in Andamans, I'm planning to do. World biggest Biorock. Within 2 lakhs. This is crazy. Within 2 lakhs, world biggest Biorock. We can do
within
that.
Within 2 lakhs.
Yeah.
Generally, for a project like this, how much funding will generally be required? Like, would you be able to complete this?
Yeah, the Gujarat project was government project. It was a pilot project, but it was 2.5 crores.
Whoa. Okay.
There will be so many units. What I did was just part of the pilot project. Again, they'll be doing so many small segments.
Okay.
So they'll be using it for, and 2.5 crores is not just for the project. They have to for the board charges and all of these things are there. Everything comes in there.
Okay, fine.
Usually government they allot the fund basically, and they used to separate it and give it to them.
Okay.
And this is the team I did in Gujarat.
Okay.
And he's my guide, Dr. Tom. He came from. We forced him to come. He was not ready to come here. Actually, he got some meeting in Spain, so we booked him tickets. He requested him to come here, so he came.
That's sweet.
And this is the first project I made.
What type of coral is that you're attaching to the metal?
It's a massive species. This is not Acropora. This is Goniopora. Okay. I don't know. It's Goniopora or Porites. It's something related to that.
Okay.
I have used a metal. You can see like metal.
Yeah, the wire around.
Yeah. I'm tying the coral to the structure we made. I'll show you the video, so it will be good for you guys.
Okay.
This is another artificial reef I made in Gulf of Mannar, Tamil Nadu. This is a wooden artificial reef. What I did is I collected all the waste which is washed out from the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
I tied it all together with the waste wires and everything. I sunk it under 3 meters. Now it activated a marine ecosystem over there. It's a crazy.
How do you sink it 3 meters? Like, how do you attach it to the ocean floor?
Or we have put some rocks at the bottom.
Okay.
Rocks. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Now there are so many fishes going around. Now it's a snorkeling spot over there.
Oh, hey, very nice. Nice.
Yeah.
So this obviously wouldn't form a reef, like a coral reef, but it'll just be a little sanctuary for the fish and all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. This is in Andaman. What happened is they did a project in Andaman already. Their solar panel got broken due to some reasons. I went there to repair their solar panel and make the reef again.
Mm-hmm.
Due to lockdown, I came back. I was there for just 3 days. It was a 1-week program over there. Due to lockdown, I just came fast to India. So if not, I'd be trapped in Andaman. Me and my friend Dhruv, he's my project assistant.
Okay.
We do all the engineering steps and all these things. We presented a 3.5-hour presentation in sustainable topic in Indo-African Forum Summit.
Okay.
It was a good experience.
Very nice.
We got an offer in Kenya also to do this project. Still, it's in hold because there are a lot many things to do. So
I
this is
hope a
the
lot of
picture
this
I want
comes
to show you
for you
guys.
after lockdown.
Yeah, that is the thing I want to say. In Indonesia, you can see like kids are doing this project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the more people
no
do it,
need
I
to.
guess it'll become a more publicly open thing. So more people will be able to participate. The more they know about it.
Yeah, absolutely. In Indonesia, it's called the reefs are open. Anyone can do their conservation work. That's why there are so many NGOs, international people going over there doing works and everything. In India, it's closed. Closed. We call it as closed reefs, closed water or something like that.
Okay.
So anyone can use the portal easily. So many lots of paper. You have to wait for at least minimum of 4 to 5 months to get just for single signature. That is
That's the
but
problem
in
with anything
Indonesia,
with the
you can
Indian
see all the
government.
kids are doing this project.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the thing. That's why I just wanted to prove people that you don't need to have a science background. You don't need to be an engineer. You don't need to be a scientist or anything. You just need to have a basic knowledge about how to build a reef, and you can do this project. You can see like I guess they are just 10 years old. They'll be not even 10. Some people.
Yeah, and it looks like a lot of fun. I mean, I would totally do this.
That's all. Ocean must be protected as we protect the trees. That's what I want to
For
say.
sure.
Go blue, go green.
Right.
I personally
Kiran, you
believe.
had some things to ask